In today's video, we'll be providing you with the locations of the fuse boxes for your 2002 through 2005 11th generation Ford Thunderbird. We'll also show you how to test both the fuses and relays. This vehicle has three primary fuse boxes: the front power distribution box, the passenger compartment fuse panel, and the rear power distribution box. Here you see the front power distribution box. It is located in the engine bay. Open the hood and remove the access panel to reveal the fuses and relays. Here is a picture of the front power distribution box, along with a rundown of some of the components in this fuse box. If you need help identifying a specific fuse or relay, we'll place a card here to a playlist that we have that's dedicated to the 11th generation Ford Thunderbird. Here you see the passenger compartment fuse panel. It is located in the passenger side footwell area. Remove the access panel to reveal the fuses and relays. Here's a picture of the passenger compartment fuse panel, along with a rundown of some of the components in this fuse box. Here you see the rear power distribution box. It is located in the luggage compartment under the spare tire well cover. Remove the access panel to reveal the fuses and relays. Here is a picture of the rear power distribution box, along with a rundown of some of the components in this fuse box. If this information has helped you out, do us a huge favor and smash that like button right now and consider subscribing. We'd really appreciate it. Here are some of the different types of fuses this vehicle's manufacturer uses across its vehicles. In order to determine what type of fuse you have, just compare it to the different fuses we have shown here. We'll drop some links down in the description below of where you can get some replacement fuses. Next, we'll show you how to use a multimeter to test the fuse. This is how you perform a resistance test using a digital multimeter. First, set your multimeter to resistance mode. Second, after making sure your test probes are in the correct ports and verifying your tool is configured correctly, touch one of your leads to one side of the fuse and touch your other lead to the other side of the fuse. If your display shows OL or doesn't change, this means the fuse is bad. If your display shows 0 or virtually 0 resistance, this means your fuse is good. Automotive relays act like a remote control switch that allows a low power circuit to control a high power circuit. They are commonly used to control various electrical components in your vehicle, such as fuel pumps, headlights, horns, cooling fans, starter motors, and more. Relays are generally robust components, but can fail for various reasons such as electromagnetic coil failure, contact wear corrosion, overloading, overheating, mechanical failure, or environmental factors. Next, we'll show you how to bench test the relay. If you look on the side of the relay, you'll see the pin assignments. Using this information, we can test the relay by supplying our own inputs and monitoring the outputs using a multimeter. Pins 1 and 2 are the control side of the relay. We can provide our own power and ground as shown in the diagram. Pins 3 and 5 are the load side of the relay. If the relay is good, when we apply a power and a ground to the control side of the relay, we should see continuity or virtually 0 resistance on pins 3 and 5. If the relay is bad, when we apply a power and a ground to the control side, we'll see OL or no change on our multimeter display. When bench testing relays and other components like this, we recommend the Power Probe 3. We've owned this tool several years and have many videos showing it in action. The Power Probe 3 makes it very convenient to apply power and grounds when testing components. As a DIYer, when it comes to getting access to information that will assist you with servicing and maintaining your own vehicle, we recommend Mitchell 1 DIY. With Mitchell 1 DIY, you get not only access to quality in-depth wiring diagrams for your vehicle, but you also get component locations, component tests, technical bulletins, and much more. If you'd like to learn more about the service, please see the link down in the description below for more details. Once you get on the Mitchell 1 website, be sure to check out the free demo of everything that's included in your product subscription. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. Hit that like button and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in any of the products we used in today's video, we'll leave some links down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.